Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 4th of September 2021 and now we are going to discuss 5 current affair based MCQs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But first, let us discuss the question that was asked yesterday, and yesterday's question was the Pancheswar Dam project is being built over which river? A. Gandak, B. Mahakali river, C. Yamuna river and D. Satluj river. And some of you have given the correct answer as well. It was Abdur Qureshi, Vinay Tiwari and Subham Basak who gave the correct answer. So this Pancheswar Dam is being built over B. Mahakali river. This Pancheswar Dam is the biggest dam that is being planned in Uttarakhand under a commitment made by India to Nepal under the 1996 Mahakali Treaty. This Pancheswar Dam is being built on the Indo-Nepal border, near to the Indo-Nepal border, and hydroelectric projects will be built over this. Okay, so this is all the information that we need to know from the prelims point of view. As Indo-Nepal was in news last year, so it is important for us to know about these rivers and these dams as well. Okay, and guys, as you know, daily we upload 5 current affair based MCQs along with their solutions in this PDF format. You can download this PDF from our Telegram channel at free of cost. You can make the best use of this initiative for your prelims preparation. If you have any queries, you can ask us in the comments or get back to us via Telegram as well. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. Now let's begin. The first question. Program for International Student Assessment PISA is an initiative of A. World Economic Forum, B. UNESCO, C. OECD and D. World Bank. So if you see the PISA, so this is an initiative of C. OECD. PISA is the initiative of OECD, Program for International Student Assessment. So the field trial of PISA, the Program for International Student Assessment, is scheduled to be held from September 15 to 18 in 38 schools. The PISA was introduced in 2000 by OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It is an international survey which aims to evaluate the educational system across the world by testing the skills and knowledge of 15-year-old students in reading, maths and science. OECD conducts PISA once in every 3 years, and India has participated this PISA only once before in the year 2009. In this round of PISA, India ranked 72nd out of the 73 countries, outranking only Kyrgyzstan. Since then, India has stayed away from this PISA, and in 2022, Chandigarh will be sitting for this test. Okay, so remember about this PISA, and this is important for the prelims. Next question, the second question, consider the following statements. First one, a deputy speaker enjoys the same legislative power as the speaker. Second one, deputy speaker, while acting as the presiding officer, resigns from their original party to remain impartial. Which of the following statements are correct? So if you see the first statement, the deputy speaker enjoys the same legislative power as that of the speaker. This is a right statement. But if you see the second statement, deputy speaker, while acting as presiding officer, resigns from their original party from which they belong. This is a wrong statement, because both the speaker as well as the deputy speaker, both of them will not resign. They will not resign from the parties. But in UK, the speaker will definitely resign from the party to which he belongs to remain impartial. But this is not the case in India. So the second statement is wrong and the first statement is right. So A1 only is the correct answer. So the post of deputy speaker in Lok Sabha is still vacant. Article 93 of the Constitution provides for election of both speaker and the deputy speaker. The constitutional office of deputy speaker of Lok Sabha is more a symbolic of the parliamentary democracy than some real authority. There is no need to resign from the original party as the deputy speaker. So after getting elected to the deputy speaker, but they have to remain impartial. That is there. They can act as presiding officer in case the speaker is not present. A deputy speaker enjoys the same legislative power as that of the speaker in the absence of speaker, and the responsibility to elect a deputy speaker is there on the house, and by parliamentary convention the post of deputy speaker generally goes to the main opposition party in the house. Okay, the speaker will be from the ruling party and deputy speaker from the main opposition party, and this is a parliamentary convention, and this is not according to any rules or any article of the Constitution. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question, the third question. Ashok Kumar Tandon committee, sometimes seen in the news, was associated to A. Reform journalist welfare schemes, B. Long-term food policy, C. Banking supervision and D. Increase in motor vehicle tax. The correct answer is A. Reform journalist welfare schemes. So recently the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has constituted a 10-member committee headed by Shri Ashok Kumar Tandon, who is a renowned journalist and member of Prasar Bharati. The committee was tasked to take a look at the existing guidelines of the Journalist Welfare Scheme of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The Journalist Welfare Scheme, which has been in existence for many years, need to relook from a futuristic perspective and broad-basing the coverage for the benefit of journalists in the country. With the enactment of the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code of 2020, the definition of the working journalist has been broadened to include within itself many of the traditional and digital media people. Further, it is also considered necessary to look at the possible parity between accredited and non-accredited journalists from the perspective of welfare and availing the benefits under the scheme. So remember, Ashok Kumar Tandon committee is related to the welfare of journalists. Now let's look at the fourth question. State of World Trees report is released by A. IUCN, B. World Economic Forum, C. Botanic Gardens Conservation International, and D. IPCC. State of World Trees report. The correct answer is C. Botanic Gardens Convention International. So recently this report is released by London-based Botanical Garden Conservation International. India is home to 650 endemic tree species that are nowhere found except India. So there are 13 species. There are a lot of 13 species in India and various other parts of the world. According to this report, the Palearctic and Nearctic realms mostly that have tree species are not threatened. In the Indo-Malaya region, the Oceania and the Afrotropics has the highest proportion of threatened species. And the number of tree species, if you see, the Neotropics have the largest number of tree species, followed by the Indo-Malaya Afrotropics. The Nearctic and Oceania have the lowest number of tree species. Brazil, China, Colombia and Indonesia has a large number of tree species as well as large number of threatened species. The Madagascar is one of the countries with the highest number of threatened trees. The major threats, if you see, agriculture, logging, livestock farming, residential and commercial development, fire and fire suppression, energy production and mining, wood and pulp plantation, invasive and other problematic species, and climate change. So these are the major threats and the percentage is given here. Okay. So the major threat, if you see among all, agriculture is a major threat. Because of agriculture, a lot of trees will be cleared, and we have seen the palm oil cultivation or the coffee cultivation, these type of plantation crops, they require huge lands and a lot of forest lands will be cleared. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question, the fifth question. Consider the following statements about the special drawing rights. First one, SDRs are an artificial currency instrument created by the IMF which uses them for internal accounting purpose. Second one, SDR is only allocated to IMF members that participate in the SDR department. So we have to choose which of the following are correct statements. A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So special drawing rights are the artificial currency instrument created by IMF which uses them for internal accounting purpose. This is a right statement. And second one is also right. The SDRs are only allocated to IMF members that participate in the SDR department. So C, both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. So the International Monetary Fund has made an allocation of the special drawing rights of about 12.57 billion, which is equivalent to around 17.86 billion US dollars to India. Now the total SDR holding of India stands at 13.66 billion. Okay, the special drawing rights are an artificial currency instrument created by the IMF which uses them for the internal accounting purposes. The SDR is an interest-bearing international reserve asset created by the IMF in 1969 to supplement other reserves of the member countries. And if you see the SDR basket, it consists of 5 currencies. They are dollar, the US dollar, the euro, the British pound, the yen of Japan, and the Chinese renminbi. So these are the 5 currencies that are there. Currently, all the members of IMF participate in the SDR department. So that means all the IMF members, they will have the SDRs. And if you see India, so India currently has this SDR reserves, and this is also part of the India's foreign exchange reserve. And normally the valuation of basket is reviewed and adjusted once in every 5 years. The SDR currency value is calculated daily. Okay, and India's current quota in the IMF in SDR is 5,821.5 million, making it the 13th largest quota holding country at IMF, and it has a share of about 2.44%. It is the 13th largest. Okay, now let's move on to the question of the day. Yeah, this is the question of the day. Which organization is going to launch the Dodge 1 mission to moon? A. ISRO, B. NASA, C. Virgin Galactic, and D. SpaceX. So do give your answer in the comment box, and tomorrow we will discuss this question. Okay, and guys, VOWIAS is providing the Vision Prelims Test Series Summary, Vision Monthly Magazine Summary, Vision Mains Test Series Summary, and Vision PT 365 Summary. These summaries will ensure that you carry on your preparation with a much greater pace and a much more effective way, because these summaries will help in your revision, so that you can revise the same thing multiple times, which is very important for the prelims. So do make the best use of this initiative. If you have any doubts, you can get back to us via Telegram. You can even check the quality of these initiatives in the Telegram channel, and the Telegram channel details are there in the description. So that's it, friends, for the day. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.